Hello everyone, welcome to another video, and today I'm going to talk about basketball. What I'm going to be doing is watching a bunch of different fights, famous fights that have happened in the NBA. I've seen fights in almost every other sport, hockey, baseball, football, but since I didn't grow up watching the NBA that much, when I think of a famous fight, or just a fight in general in the NBA, nothing really comes to mind. So today, I got together a bunch of videos, a bunch of famous videos about NBA fights throughout history, and I'm just going to see how they do it in the NBA. So the first video I have is called The Punch. Yes, in quotation marks, just The Punch. And I guess it's a old school video. I don't recognize these players. Rudy Tomjanovich, I don't know who he is, but it said that through this punch, it ended his career and that he could have died. So this must be one hell of a punch. So let's see how this works out. Old school, it's pretty slow-mo. See two guys, is that it? It's just grabbing each other. Oh. There, oh, okay, oh, there it is. Oh my God. No fight, just one punch. You know, to be honest though, it didn't seem that bad of a punch. I mean, I've seen worse punches, and he got down immediately, but he's standing right back up. But he fractured his skull from that. But here, let me say that one more time. And there it is. Oh man. Well, that will do it. That will end your NBA career. Well, that was The Punch. Okay. Started off light, not a real brawl, not a real fight, but just a quick little punch in there. And next up I have Michael Jordan versus Reggie Miller. Now, I remember actually watching Reggie Miller fight Kobe Bryant. Apparently Reggie Miller just likes to fight with the best. All right, this looks just like a little, hardly a fight, just like a man grab. And then, oh, there it is. Okay, there it is. Michael Jordan, Michael Jordan, out of that whole blob of just man, and sneaks in that, boom, that little punch right to Reggie Miller's face. All right, I need to see that one again because I wasn't sure what was happening in the beginning. And yeah, I thought that was the highlight right there, where he just like has his hand in his face and he's just like that. That's why I was confused. The whole time I was like, this is a fight, That was one of the things about a lot of these sports fights. It's like the most awkward fight you'll ever see. It's not like a real brawl like you see in the movies. It's just like a bunch of dudes just like patty caking and like just fakers, man. So I thought that was gonna be it. So I'm glad there was like at least in the end, a nice little hook. All right, up next we have Shaq versus Charles Barkley. This one should be interesting. They're two of the funniest guys in the NBA, so I'm actually looking forward to this one. Oh, hold on. And boom. So Shaq just goes, man, like, just like what, tapping Charles Barkley in the head. Charles Barkley just right to his head. You just hear the thunk off of Shaq's face. That was pretty funny. There was no clear winner, but you know, I'm sure Shaq and Charles Barkley, they've had their tussles, but I'm sure they're friends. And how they settled it was they played some golf, and whoever lost in that golf had to wear a Speedo to the beach. And see, that's what I appreciate. And that's how fights need to be done. If you're gonna fight, let it out, fight, then go on being friends, go on back to life. That's how it should be done. And of course, Shaq and Charles Barkley, they know what's up.
Oh, that was terrible. Oh, wow.
All right, this next one is a playoff game actually between the Bulls and the Knicks in '94. And I guess what they did was they had a real big tussle with this one. But the interesting one about this is that they did it right in front of the stands and right in front of the then commissioner, David Stern. So he was just watching the whole thing. So as you see them brawling, you also just see a concerned David Stern sitting right there in the background. So let's check this out. Wow, whoa. All right, see, this is what I'm talking about. This is an actual brawl, like an actual fight. Playoffs, man, tensions get high. That's how you gotta do it. See, that's what I'm talking about. Now that seemed like an actual legitimate fight. And then I just love David Stern's face though too. So he's just like, oh God, what do I do? And last but not least, you cannot have a video about NBA fights without talking about the Malice at the Palace. Now, I do actually remember this one because every one of their mothers, it was in the news for weeks. Everybody was talking about this. So actually I have seen this and I do remember this. I haven't seen it in a while though. But yeah, between Ron Artest, it was Pacers and Pistons, 2004. Here we go, Malice at the Palace. Oh. Okay, hold on. I just love how, first of all, Ron Artest gets pushed. Let me see that push again, because that was the most dramatic push I've ever seen. And boom. Ugh. Arms flailing. And then, you look. I totally forgot this happened, by the way. Yeah, just immediately goes, sits down, lies down, right where the commentators are, right in front, just lies down. Yeah, right there. He's just like lying down there, like lounging while they're fighting, and then he's just like kicking them with his feet. And then yes, okay, I do remember that. Ron Artest, some fan must have thrown like a drink at Ron Artest goes into the stands. Oh, this definitely has to be number one. The Malice at the Palace is the most famous fight in all of NBA. Not only is it just a great brawl, but it's just ridiculous on so many levels. Ironically started by Ron Artest, who will be later known as Meta World Peace. But yeah, okay, yeah, that's just a great classic brawl. Never again will probably happen in the NBA. So out of all these fights, my favorite one has to be Malice at the Palace. I'm sure it has to be everyone's favorite. It's the most famous fight in NBA history. Because of that, I will choose the Pacers. Why? Because Ron Artest is just so funny and ridiculous in that video. So I will choose the Pacers for my first basketball team in RankingBall. Doesn't really apply to anything, you know, it's not really basketball science, but you know, if I'm gonna start this thing, might as well just have fun with it. So that's my reasoning. Why not? Going with the Pacers, first game, RankingBall, basketball. Got my cup of coffee, cleared my head. Now I can make my picks for RankingBall. Winning team, Pacers. Gonna go with Holiday, don't know who he is, but why not? McConnell, Lamb. I'll just go with Lamb. I like Lamb. And I don't know how to pronounce this. Mitru Long, Johnson, McDermott, and Sampson. Move that around. And there we go. Has been submitted. All right, now back to work.